Hello everyone, in today's episode we will be benchmarking none other than the famous Tualatin. As for this CPU, which is one of the most seeked out of the Pentium III era and of the socket 370, this is one of the Pentium IIIs which was launched after the first generation of Pentium IV, if that makes any sense. Well, what I mean by that is that this CPU is a 130 nanometers architecture which followed after the Pentium IV Willamette, which was based on the 180 nanometers, and also it is more powerful than the Pentium IV first generation because it features double the amount of level 2 cache, totaling 512 kilobytes for the level 2 cache, while the 180 nanometers technology Pentium III and Pentium IVs were only featuring 256 kilobytes of level 2 cache. Now, I encountered a few issues with it. It was a minor one, but proved to be really devastating. And what I mean by that is that I've never covered this in my other videos, but just so you know, every time I start up a build and I choose a specific motherboard, the first thing I do is I always flash the BIOS to the latest version. Well, in this case, the motherboard came with the 4th revision of the BIOS, and I flashed it to the 8th version, which was the last one. And usually after I install the Windows and the drivers, I always check the performance with PCMark because it covers a large variety of tests, and it is the only way I can figure out if anything is wrong, because you cannot rely on your perception so that you can notice if everything is okay or if everything functions optimal. Because usually when you come back to this old hardware, your perception is altered because the newer and modern hardware parts are quite fast. So every time you come back to an older setup, you notice that it's slower, but you have no clue of how much slower should it be or what is the optimum performance for it. Now, after I installed Windows and the drivers and ran PCMark, I noticed that the hard disk performance was very low, and I did not know if I screwed things up by installing the OEM drivers from Intel on top of the Windows stock drivers, and so I had to reinstall Windows, let it with the stock drivers to run, because on the Intel OEM drivers it would not let me install all of them, giving me a notice that some of the drivers are already installed, and I figured that if it will install only a few of them, it might cause some synchronizing of the drivers to go wrong. And I reinstalled the Windows again, ran PC Mark, nothing has changed, and I stopped a little because I do not have another motherboard for the Tualatin, and give it some thought. And after that I went into the BIOS, I tweaked settings, I even put the PIO into mode 4 because just to make sure that the auto settings of the BIOS did not screw things up, but still nothing changed. And the next step was downgrading the BIOS. I told to myself that I will downgrade it and see if I'll go with one version at a step and downgrade it until maybe somewhere along the line things were maxed up. And I was right about that, because I only downgraded one version from the 8th revision to the 7th revision, and it already fixed the issue. Well, that was a easy fix and a relief for me, because it is a great motherboard and has a lot of settings. Also, I've tried different things because I've noticed that this motherboard supports the 32-bit transfer for the IDE, which is somehow a great option to have. I didn't know that it existed on this chipset version. And what that does is that the IDE being 16-bit, it only transfers data once at every 2 cycles of IDE, and that makes use of the 32-bit PCI bus by freeing up space, because it gathers 16-bit, then another 16-bit, and then it transfers the whole 32-bit at a time. And I was thinking that the problem may be related to that, but it wasn't the case, because I switched it off in BIOS and nothing happened. So the true fix was downgrading the BIOS by one version, and then everything went smoothly. Now, the performance of it is quite respectable. I mean, in all senses, it is still a Pentium 3. It is still running with the 133 frontside bus, which is outdated, and it was outdated even at that time compared to the AMD K7 buses, and compared also to the Pentium 4 buses. It was the lowest bandwidth frontside bus from all the platforms at that time. But even with that, it managed to put up a good amount of performance, which I was clearly not expecting. And I'm glad that I tested the copper mine core also, which is 256 kilobytes of level 2 cache, and I have a comparison with the Tualatin, which is double the amount of level 2 cache, and honestly that truly helps this platform. I mean, I'm sure you will not notice it by seeing the benchmarks, but in real life the latency and the response time from this big amount of level 2 cache is absolutely mind-blowing. You could feel an immediate response when playing games. You could feel the immediate response of this large level 2 cache. The smoothness of it is also mind-blowing. I mean, compared to everything that I've run so far on the Pentium III architecture, this is truly the best experience so far. But that doesn't mean you should pay the premium and go for it, because the Tualatin is a very rare part, not as rare as the motherboard which support it, but anyways, to build a setup like this today, it will easily go as far as $200 or even more, depending on what type of components you'll try and get. The fastest Tualatin is the 1400 megahertz one, and I will not try and get one because I simply don't think it's worth it. I mean, the important part which I wanted to check was the amount of level 2 cache, and I've already got that with this one, so I don't think I'm in need of a faster Tualatin, because I don't believe that even with a faster one things might change so drastically that it will make it shine a lot more. Well, if you are one of the lucky ones and you have one, good for you. But meantime, I will try and check the other platforms and see if it does worth it, or if it does not worth it to try and get these expensive parts, because they are truly expensive even by today's standards. Now, I've ran 3D Mark 99, 3D Mark 2000, 3D Mark 2001, and because this is the top performing line for the Pentium III, I've also introduced the 3D Mark 2003, because I'm sure you cannot get more out of this platform than the Tualatin has to offer.
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first that I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India. where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
No, my son.
Your Majesty, I trust you will remember your promise. The Maharaja's treasure vaults lie within.
See how he rides. Like a warrior son.
Do you think I felt regret as I gazed upon the destruction we had wrought? Or at least humility at the speed with which a world can be transformed from a good world into a hell? If you think so, you are mistaken. For in that moment I thought of one thing only. The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in the first battle. Many men that day sought to win honor and glory on the battlefield, that their king might say to them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors." From the moment my sword tasted blood, I knew this would not be my way. I would win my father's praise, not by killing, but by being the first to find the Maharaja's treasure vault and the wonders within. Shall I continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted? Done. I'll start the story from here next time. And there it lay, just out of reach. The dagger of time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there. The hourglass drew me, fascinated me, but to move it would take a dozen of my father's soldiers. I wanted a prize I could fit into one hand. Do you wish me to leave before finishing my story? As you wish.
Come on, wake up. Daydreaming again, were you? Just like your mother. Mind always wandering. Well, let it wander off to find your sister, will you? She's out playing by the Barrowfields gate. Remember, you haven't given her a birthday present yet. Don't tell me you forgot to get her one. Well, I'm not paid.
Many lovely things.
Honestly, where's that good-for-nothing husband of mine? Where's that filthy layabout husband of mine? With some woman, I don't doubt. I run his house, bring up his children, and what do I get in return? Nothing. If you find him, let me know, won't you? You'll race yourself to an early grave, you will.
I've lost Rosie. I left her and I can't remember where. Her stuffing needs changing today and I can't find her. Please help. She's a lovely little furry bear with a blue patch on her back.
What's your wife?
What? I was just, I've never even met this woman. Who is she? Look, Sonny, keep your mouth shut about this, right? My wife's at home with our little ones, and I'm supposed to be working. But a man should be entitled to do what he likes, don't you think? Tell you what, if you keep this little secret, I'll give you a gold piece. Just don't tell my wife. I can't let her find out about this. Oh, come here, my little sand goose.
Where's that filthy layabout husband of mine? With some woman, I run his house. If you find him, let... You have? Right. I'm gonna turn him into Balverine food. Thank you, young sir, for telling...
Oh, thank God. I've got to, you know, answer a call of nature. Just stand between those two. I'll put a good word in for you. Right? What?
My cousin says that the barrels in these warehouses might have stuff in them. Quick, while he's away, smash his barrels up and see what's inside. Unless you're too scared. Come on, let's go and break stuff. Are you just gonna stand there like a lemon? But being good is so boring. Wouldn't you prefer to be smashing things? Come on, there's still time before he gets back. Oh, you're no fun at all. Fine, have your stupid good deed then.
Excellent, thanks, lad. You've done me a big favour. I'll let your dad know what a splendid...
Damn bloodsuckers.
Careful with your relatives.
They should have more sense. Thanks for dragging me out here. I just love the water.
You're only half a vampire. A dip might hurt, but it won't kill you.
Sort of sticking a finger in my eye doesn't mean I have to do it.
No time for pleasantries, just like your half-sister.
I'm just confident in my abilities.
So am I. But this is your first assignment for the Brimstone Society, so everything must go according to plan. What do we know so far?
Fine. Newspapers claim the people of Morton, Louisiana are turning into some type of monster. They're calling them mutates. Doctors think a new disease is the cause, so they quarantine the area.
You make me proud.
There are numerous known biological masses in town. They appear to be the carriers of the condition.
And that's where you come in. Destroy the sources of the infection, and as many of the infected townspeople as possible. The disease cannot spread beyond this village.
Sort of a radical cure, don't you think?
You'll be doing them a favor. In the final stages, their brains liquefy and run out their nose and ears.
Hell of a cold.
One of the biological masses was found at the end of this road, in a graveyard behind the church. We'll meet up there. What's that mound by the telephone pole?
What is it?
It was human. Might be remains from the final stages of the disease, but there's something not quite right about it. Let's check inside. Seems like somebody made their last stand here. Grab some guns if you want.
Good thing we're not hypersensitive to holy items like some vampires.
You should be all set. I'm going to leaf through these documents. Maybe I can find something about past outbreaks of the disease. That wall stretches across the whole town, 30 feet high.
I can see that. So?
From what I understood, even the earliest French settlers feared something in these swamps.
Feared what?
What's this? After our dark year in 1873, the first stone of this great wall of fortitude was laid. With this plaque mounted in the year 1888 of our Lord, construction is complete. May this wall of fortitude, with the grace of God, shield us from evil and keep us safe, now and forever.
Seems like they built that wall for nothing.
I'm going to see what else I can find in those books. You should take out those biomasses. The first one's in the graveyard. I'll meet up with you later.
What the? Is that the biomass? Lovely. The biomass. It's a nest?
Well done. Strange creatures, aren't they?
Strange isn't the first word that comes to mind. What are they?
I'm not sure, but it seems they can. I see.
What do you... What? Warden, you...
Blasted dryads! Quickly, Oren, while she's talking to that elf. Now's your chance.
Foul creature. I warned him what would happen if he attempted to harm a dryad. There can be no hope for these types.
Do not be so hasty, Celia. Some of these prisoners have roles to play yet. I have seen it. This poor soul here, for example. I know this one can be trusted.
I do not know, Amron. Given arms, that mercenary could well kill us all. The entire village is endangered.
As a personal favor to me, please give this prisoner a chance.
As you wish, my friend. I hope you are able to find that which you seek.
Namare, Melonamin. Till next we meet.
Amron the elf seems to trust you. I trust only the ring of submission around your neck, prisoner. Our troops found you on the battlefield. You are lucky they found you alive, unlike the blue-haired elf. You were fighting on the side of Baldus. You are an enemy to the Dryads of Irulan. Your friend is of no matter to me, and your medallion will remain property of Irulan until you show where your loyalties lie. He can afford to. That monster razed our shrine to the ground and helped himself to our treasures. He grows richer by the day, as do soulless mercenaries like you. Thanks to you and your go to the weapons. No, that Baldur. Be thankful Amron spoke up for you. Take my They're creatures.
You must... the bad... It is a... You... Here you... When there is a... Take the...
You are clear to leave.
There you are, prisoner. Come along. I am to take you to the outpost. It is just ahead.
Greetings. This Chancellor to recite. I have left.
Jirani? What happened here?
Celia, what a surprise to see you here. Look, the prisoner just saved us.
I came here to make sure this one followed my orders. Saved you? How is it I see the escort I sent lying here dead?
Don't be too harsh, Celia. Jera was overwhelmed. There was nothing the prisoner could have done to save her.
Too harsh? There is no such thing. Not for one who murdered our people and defiled our shrine.
I have looked into this one's eyes, sister. All I see is a haunting remorse. We are not the only ones who have lost souls dear to us in this war. This prisoner saved our lives.
Is it true what some of the more it's burned? Here's and so it's good luck.
Gotta find a way out of here.
Listen, dirtbag. Keep an eye out for some punk in a red Hawaiian shirt. If you see him, call me at once. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
I'm heading out.
Hello? Are you there? Pick up the radio if you can hear this. I know you're there. I've been tracking you since you and Val arrived.
Who are you?
I'm the guy who's going to tell you how to survive. Call me Doyle.
How do I know I can trust you?
Well, for starters, how about the fact that I haven't turned you in? That radio has a bioreader. Since I know you're there, I could have ratted you out already.
Good point. Keep talking.
Listen, you need to get out of there and quickly. I'll help you as much as possible, but you don't have much time. There's an exit that will lead to a small camp. Be careful as you go. This area is crawling with mercenaries.
By the way, name's Jack Carver.
My reports say you're in a red shirt. I suggest you grab some body armor and cover it, or you'll be easily spotted. Hey, some good news. I'm picking you up much more strongly now. I suggest you search the huts for weapons and equipment. Stay low and avoid contact if possible. You don't really want to alert the guards.
You see something? It's him!
Hey, who's there?
Down on ya! You hear something?
Jack, I've been able to tie your compass in with the transceiver. This means that now I can supply you with a bearings marker. It should give you a rough idea of where to go at least. Use your binoculars to survey the surroundings. Notice that they have a sound enhancer and movement tracker. Dr. Krieger has fitted everyone on the island with locator signals that you can track using the binocs.
Let's figure out what the hell is going on here!
Can do!
You should try to acquire one of their vehicles and drive to the helicopter refueling pad. It's on the other side of the island. From there, you can use one of their boats to escape. mercenaries are trained to work together. If you alert one, they will bring others.
Scared, huh?
I think they may be keeping Val in the old carrier refueling station. You're going to have to check it out up close, I'm afraid.
Carrier?
Yes. The Japanese Navy beached one of their light carriers on this island during World War II. Crow's mercenaries have refitted it into a helicopter refueling station.
This whole deal gets stranger in a minute.
You don't know the half of it. Just be careful.
Mordor is the land of the Dark Lord Sauron. He has dominion over this bleak and wasted landscape and all who enter it. Sauron wages war with all of Middle-earth. He must be stopped, or all shall fall into darkness. The hobbit Frodo Baggins now bears the ring, guarded by a fellowship drawn from all the free peoples of Middle-earth. The One Ring must be returned to Mount Doom and destroyed in the very fires of its creation.
And they call
made for the Gap of Rohan.
Keep quiet. The stench is unbearable. Well, if I can't be up close, this will do.
The case goes!
Fight! They have arrows.
What is this?
is dead, then. It's as I feared.
We must move. We cannot linger. Goblins.
They are coming.
Let them come. Dwarf-getting warrior who still draws breath.
A Watch out! I've never seen a creature like that! The enemy is upon us! Look out!
Draw your weapons!
Hobbit is deadly when provoked.
Run! Finally someone will... They must be stopped! I have this one!
What is this new devilry?
The Balrog of Mordor, a demon in the ancient world. This foe is beyond any other. Run!
I sense a great evil here.
Don't fall behind!
Kill them all!
are no more use.
Run!
The enemy is upon us! Back to the darkness! You shall not pass! I am a servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Arno. Destroy them! We must fight! Destroy them! Back to the darkness! Back to the shadow! Back to the darkness! Balrog of Moria is no more.
With the Balrog defeated, the Fellowship continued their perilous journey.
28 counting. He flew through the radar. He's going 140 plus. I'm ending this pursuit in the interest of public safety. County. We got a speeder way over the limit here. Beginning pursuit.
County Local Patrol. 27 attempting to overtake a vehicle at a high rate of speed.
Going 180 plus. County. I'm ending this pursuit in the interest of public safety.
28 County, in pursuit. Vehicle is a green sports car.
Copy, 28.
Quick race! Start your engines.
Single player for challenge. Off-road. Challenge selected. Let's race. Prepare to race.
doing it evolution style. Crawling out the ocean and bumping radio LS. We're gonna do it like this. West side.
After 5 years on it.
Don't sweat. I'll see you in the condado, amigo.
Ta-ta. I think I'll live forever. You just gave me shin splints.
Work it, lady. Just got checked.
Welcome, Prince Arthas. The men and I are honored by your presence.
Can the formalities, Uther. I'm not king yet. It's good to see you.
You too, lad. I'm pleased that King Terran sent you to help me.
Father still hopes your patience and experience might rub off on me.
Well, it is a father's right to dream, isn't it?
Look, here's where we stand. Our scouts have confirmed that there is an orc encampment hidden somewhere over the next ridge.
As I suspected.
It gets worse. They're preparing to attack the nearby village of Stronbrad. As far as we know, the village is completely defenseless.
I need to move against the Orcs' base immediately. Can you handle Strongbradd's defense on your own?
Of course, Uther. Don't worry about me.
Good. Meet me at the Orc camp once you've saved the village. Be careful, Arthas.
Is there danger? Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course.
We'll fight for Lordaeron! Get your swords!
I'm here to help. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course.
Please, you're my only hope. A group of gnolls kidnapped my little Timmy and took him to their hideout in the forest. Could you find him and bring him home?
Certainly. Of course.
Help! Help me, please! I'm trapped in the cage!
Of course.
Feel my wrath.
A sound plan.
Please get me out of here. I want to go home.
For honor.
Oh, thanks so much. I have a reward for you.
Of course. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. Of course.
Help! Bandits are stealing our belongings!
We'll take their coin just like everyone else's.
Those bandits stole my ledger. Without it, I will lose my entire farm. Please, retrieve it from their camp. It would mean so much to us.
Of course. For honor. A sound plan.
Say your prayers.
Of course. A sound plan. Certainly.
Justice is come.
A sound plan. Certainly.
You are past redemption. Feel my wrath.
Of course. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Is there danger?
Thank you for helping me. Please, take this item.
The light is my strength. Of course.
Save us!
He's
For honor.
escaping! Kill him!
Of course. Damn. The attack has already begun.
To arms, my brothers!
It's too far.